BMAX Audio Adventure. This is BJJ365 here on this fine and fabulous Thursday. I'm coming to you live on location from my house instead of my office.
Our backyard.
Yep, just chilling on the old patio. Just got out of the hot tub after training. It's nice to be able to do what you want to do during the middle of the day. Pretty cool. Your thoughts on that?
I love it.
Yeah, it's the best.
Quit my job in May. Now I work for the gym full time.
Never going back. We're never going back to OK. That's the song. It's a pretty good song.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, it's a good song. Went and trained at Triad this morning. You have trained with some of the folks from Triad before, but have you ever been over to Triad to roll before?
So this was my second day. So we went over there Tuesday.
Yeah, I mean before this week.
Oh, no. I'd never been to the Triad in Coleman.
Okay.
And I only went to the Triad in Madison for our tournament.
Okay.
Which is coming up.
On October 27th, the Submission League in Decatur, Alabama. Can sign up for that tournament at submissionleague.org if one were so inclined.
Yeah. But I'm thinking about trying to cross-train there more.
Yeah, it's a good idea. They're really good. Yeah. I really like training with those guys. I like Daniel O'Brien. For those of you that don't know, he's the head coach there at Triad. And I love rolling with Daniel. I love training with Daniel. I like learning from Daniel. But I also enjoy the atmosphere of their gym, like their students and stuff like that. There's a lot of good people over there. A lot of good jiu-jitsu players, too. Several black belts. Can always find one or two brown belts to get some rounds in with. Of course, Daniel's wife trains, and you rolled with her today.
Right. I really like the style of training over there. I feel like it's something that it has longevity.
Well, it's an excellent supplement, too.
Yeah.
Like, you can get an extra training session in.
And it's not a detriment to your body.
It doesn't really burn your gas. You learn a lot, but you don't really burn yourself. You know.
They train with the lights off. And today was classical music.
Yep, it's always something like that.
The doors are open. The wind's blowing through.
Yeah. Good crowd today, too.
Yeah.
It's a solid crowd. Old man Mike, he's one of my favorites. He's one of the black belts there, Mike Brown. He's been on the podcast a bunch of times. He's the man. I think he was even on Podcast in a Hot Tub at one point. So I used to do before an official podcast, we had Podcast in a Hot Tub, which was, I would sit in the hot tub and turn Facebook Live on, and then whoever was hanging out with me would be on the podcast. Yeah. And then we had two UFC main event fighters on Podcast in a Hot Tub. We had Cole Miller and Eric Anders. But Daniel was on Podcast in a Hot Tub.
Daniel coming over.
Who else did it? Jamie Malinowski did it with me and Cole one time. Yeah, Mike. All kinds of people. It's crazy.
There are lots of funny comments about you guys being in a hot tub.
Yes, it was the best.
Together.
It's the best name. I wish this podcast was called Podcast in a Hot Tub. I even had a good song worked out for it in my brain.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I tried to perform it on air, but Scaff he can't sing Podcast in a Hot Tub.
It's still funny though.
Yeah. I made a theme song for Keller's Doom Squad channel too. But,
that's good stuff.
Yeah.
You do a lot of theme songs.
Yeah, I like to write jingles for businesses that aren't looking for advertising. Just in my brain, I'll just write a jingle for them.
Even the dog we used to have had a theme song.
What's the big goal for you, like for your jiu-jitsu? What are you trying to get done?
Well, I feel like right now, so I've been a brown belt for 2 years now, and I feel like I've kind of plateaued, and so I need to, I don't know, mix some things up. I really like that you're going over leg locks and stuff because I'm completely terrible at leg lock, anything to do with leg locks, and so I've felt a level of frustration that I haven't felt in a long time. Because my body, like, things go in my ears and it doesn't necessarily, like, compute in my brain. So that's good for me, though, because a lot of things now, with training so long, things come easily, and so, like, I don't work at it You know, like I can automatically put it in a roll and go, oh, cool, and then like just forget about it. But I haven't done. It's been a long time since I actually like put some reps into like one specific thing. So I think it's been really good. But I don't know. I'm so terrible at setting goals. Like,
You are not a goal setter, which is amazing to me that you get anything done, because I can't get anything done. 0 things will get done if I don't put a goal behind it. So what's up with that? How do you do that? Do you have like a system that you internally?
No, like, well, you know, like how, so early in our marriage, I just get ideas into my head. Like, so I would just get it in my head that like I wanted to change the living room furniture around. And so Brandon would go off to work and come back home, and the living room furniture was all in different locations. And so I just get it in my head that I'm going to do something, and I just do it. Like, I don't write it down, and I don't like have this mantra in my head, and that's great. I mean, some people need to do that to get things done, but I just kind of, I don't know.
But that's for like something that you
like
short term
kinda
like that.
things.
But how do you get long term goals done?
But like
Or you don't set goals?
I just keep, well, with jiu-jitsu, I just keep going. Like, I just go every day or twice a week or 3 times a week or whatever. But there's nothing that I work on like individually, because I don't feel like there's a lot of people that will just sit and do drills with me.
No, I think you're wrong about that.
I don't know.
Yep, I think you're definitely wrong about that. But
like whatever we're working on in class is what I'm working on.
yeah, I don't drill. I don't drill at all. I use the sparring time for drilling myself, like, because I don't care that much if I tap you out, but I do have something I'm trying to get better at, and so I try to guide the game there. If it costs me getting tapped, or if it costs me getting swept, or whatever, so be it. I try to continuously guide the game in a direction that I'm trying to level up.
I guess specifically since we got back from England, I've been working on, like, in my transitions, like trying to put pressure on levers, and like with my sweeps and stuff, like going and like putting my force, or like just my hand, up against an elbow, or like, just to try to turn people or keep them from turning, or so I don't know, I'm kind of concentrating on that, but that's not necessarily like a goal. I guess that's kind of like a focus.
Yeah, that's good though. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about that I do with my training. I don't set big goals for my jiu-jitsu necessarily anymore. I have like big, long-term goals. I guess that's kind of what you're saying, in some ways. Like, you just set your mind on, okay, I want to be a black belt one day, and then you just start and then never stop. Yeah.
That's pretty much what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's just like super long-term goal setting.
Yeah.
But I think you can accelerate by having shorter term goals, by like, say, having like 6-month goals within the larger goal that you've set for yourself. Like, I want to be a black belt one day, but in 6 months I would like to have this skill set, this specific skill set. It's like, I think it doesn't take that long to add new skills.
Right. Well, I definitely see the benefit for that, but the execution for me is hard. Like, short-term goal setting is just, that's one of my weaknesses. I'm terrible at setting goals like that.
Level up. Let's go. Confess it right here on this podcast that you're gonna set some goals, and now you'll be held accountable.
That I'm working on right now.
No, I'm putting you to the fire.
No.
It could be something easy. What? All right, here's what. She's not going to pick something. I want you guys listening to pick a small, like a super small goal with like no consequences or anything. Something that Lindsay could work on that would help her with her short-term goal setting. So it could be something like learn how to hold a basic conversation in French or something like that. Just like, hey, how are you? Can you tell me where the bathroom is kind of conversation. Just, something small and manageable. All right, so you guys get to pick our goal.
This is like, have you ever had somebody suggest a book to you?
Yeah, and you never read it? Listen, y'all set this goal for her. She needs some help. Listen to her. This is how sad she sounds. Listen to her.
Oh yeah, I'm super sad.
You live a rough life. You got to be around me all day,
Just got out of the hot
making up new
tub.
goals for you.
Training at different schools. Yes,
Yeah, you're
terrible and
rough.
rough.
All right. Well, Lindsay, here's a goal that you should set for yourself. To pick up a pair of toe-hold flip-flops.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
that might be a goal I can get behind.
You know, if you were so inclined to
Yeah.
pursue this fine goal, it'd be pretty easy to do.
Oh yeah, how
Yeah, you
would I
just-
do it?
Go to Instagram, go to toehold, TOE_HOLD. Shoot him a DM. That means a direct message.
Thank you.
Just say, hey, heard about you on the podcast. Boom! Discounts right in your inbox right there.
Nice.
Just podcast discounts just raining
Does
down.
he ever give any away for free,
Thunderstorms of discounts.
like monthly?
You know, it's funny you should say that.
Yeah.
He does.
Oh wow.
Yeah. All you gotta do if you want to win them, just screenshot this podcast, this one,
This one.
tag myself, BrandonMC.Ninja, and toe_hold. Share it on your Instagram story. Boom, entered to win.
That's pretty awesome.
Yep, could win a free pair of flip-flops. One a month. Just gave one away. B-Mac out.